What's going on, everybody? It's PapaStones coming back with another video. So we're going to be reviewing some of the spoilers that have recently came out again. I just did one of these a little while ago and I wanted to keep up. So there was a lot of stuff that came out actually. I was not planning on making this so soon after, but we're going to go over what we've seen and do some talking. And we're going to start off here in the yellow category. And what I think is probably the best card we've seen so far in R2D2. There are some good cards, don't get me wrong. But just straight up as a 2-cost, 2/4, that is yellow heroism, and when played, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, search the top 3 cards of your deck for a card and draw it. Put the other cards on the bottom. So we finally have some actual cycle. You can slam this down on turn 1 as a decent statted minion, right? A 2/4. It's an annoying body. You can pitch a card that you don't want to draw something you do, possibly, and actually look at what you would want to draw out of 3, and then worst case, I mean, sure, there may be a 1 in an off chance where you don't want to discard anything out of your hand, but I feel like this card's so good. We don't have any legit cycle that's really good right now. And this card, I guarantee, will be played in every yellow heroism deck, at least to some extent, just because it's free cycle. Yeah, I like this card a lot. It definitely sees play. Moving on, though, we have the one I skipped last week, Patron Key Arena. It's a 26 HP base that says each leader unit you control gets +1/+0. It's nothing special, honestly. I feel like this is a Twin Suns base, but at the same time, it could see play in Boba Yellow or Sabine Yellow just because they're very aggressive, and your leader could come out one attack bigger, and you don't really care as much about the health because you're hoping to kill them before then. But Boba coming out as 5/7 is kind of enticing, I can't lie, but I'm not sure if you care more about that or if you would rather have the 4 extra HP. I wonder how they decided on 26, but who knows. Moving on, though, we have Creative Thinking, 2-cost heroism yellow, common card. Exhaust a non-unique unit, create a clone trooper. And someone reminded me in the last one of these I did that clone troopers are the 2/2s and battle druids are the 1/1s. I legit will probably forget that again soon, to be honest, but I'm not positive. So, I think this card's kind of meh. Granted, it gets you a 2/2 body for 2, but it's got to be non-unique. So it's very, if it was just exhaust a unit, or even a non-leader unit or something like that. Sorry, I just smacked my mic. I feel like it'd be better, but the fact that it's non-unique kind of sucks. You'll only ever really get to play this early when more of the non-unique stuff comes out, but maybe it sees play, who knows, but I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. Moving on, though, we got some blue stuff here. We got Knight of the Republic. It's a 6-cost hero blue. I don't know why I was looking for the other word. Force 7, Force Jedi Republic. We're getting a lot of Force/Jedis so far revealed, which is pretty good. It's kind of a side note, obviously, but we're kind of lacking beforehand. There were some, but not a ton. I think they're showing a lot more right now. But when this unit is attacked, create a clone trooper token. So basically it says you can't attack this unit unless you're planning on dealing 7 to it, I guess. But you're never going to poke at it or anything. I don't know. It's basically like everything else has taunt, or you're just going base. So I don't know. I don't hate it. Don't love it. I don't think heroism needs something that you have to ignore when most heroism cards kind of just get ignored, besides the ones with restore for the most part. Maybe this pivots the deck to not being so restore focused, but a lot of blue strategies when it comes to heroes is always just restore and play for the late stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Moving on, we've got, I will not try and pronounce that, Cash Defender. It's a Wookiee. Shout out to the Wookiee tribe. It's a 0/5/2 cost with grit, and when played, heal up to 2 damage from another unit and deal that much damage to this unit. So basically, it heals something and comes down as a 2/3. It's interesting, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if there's some Wookiee synergy, sure, that'd be cool, but realistically, I don't think that's fantastic. Who knows? Moving on. We got Infantry of the 212th. It's a Republic Clone Trooper, Coordinate Sentinel. That's it. What? This card's, like, unless the tags matter, like, so much, there's no way this card ever sees play. Like, it has to be for either the Republic, the Clone, or the Trooper tag, because you could just play Cloud City Wingguard, which is a 2/4 Sentinel, non-conditional, and that card sees 0 play currently, so no chance this card, and unless there's some deck that uses these pretty much exclusively, this card will see also 0 play. Moving on, though, we've got Kraken. It is a 2/5 green-black. When played, create 2 battle droid tokens, and on attack, give each friendly token unit +1/+1 for this phase. Horrible stat line. Granted, it comes out and you technically get 4/7 worth of stats for 5 costs, but 2 of them are tokens. I'm honestly having a hard time judging how I think the token decks will do based on not knowing enough about them. Like, maybe once the whole set's revealed and we can actually, like, toy around with some of the token stuff, it'll be easier to decide, but, like, is creating 2 1/1s really that worth, I mean, say you do, and your opponent just clears your 1/1s, like they have a board also, then you basically paid 5 mana for a 2/5 that does nothing. But if your tokens can stick, or I don't know, it seems odd. Don't love it by itself, though. But you get into this bad Larry here. Separatist Super Tank. It is a 9-cost green-black 8/8 with exploit 3. So the fact of the matter is this card can be a 7-mana 8/8, a 5-mana 8/8, a 3-mana 8/8, depending on what you're willing to sacrifice. Coming from the Hearthstone days, if anybody knows, the classic meme was 4-mana 7/7, because that was the most broken card at the time. Now, a 3-mana 8/8? I don't know. I mean, that's pretty terrifying. It would also feel pretty bad if, like, you were able to, like, slam this. Say, turn 1 you play, like, I don't know how well it'll work, but say you have some form of token generator that gives you 2 tokens and another minion, and then the next turn you just slam all 3 of them for this. That sounds terrifying. So does it eating a Power of the Dark Side, but still. I feel like this card's actually pretty good. Like, you're not ever going to want to play it for 9, but, like, as a mid-gamey card, like a 7-mana 8/8, I even think is fine. Like, if you're just sacking 1 token for it in the later stages, or something like that. But it's got pretty solid stats for being an 8/8. So, I don't know. I don't hate it. We'll see, though. I'm hoping, I'm not, like, holding my breath, but I'm gonna try at some point, once all the cards are revealed, I really want to do a exploit style self-sacrifice. But I don't know if it'll be like super token based or whatever. I don't know. We'll really just have to see what happens. But we're going to keep moving on because we still got like half of these to go. Consolidation of Power. Dang, this was revealed a while ago. I just missed this one, as I stated in my last one, so I wanted to grab the ones that I missed. Choose any number of friendly units. You may play a unit from your hand if it costs is less than or equal to the combined power of the chosen units for free, then defeat the chosen units. Discard sucks. I don't know why. Like I said, it has to be you want to trigger something like win defeated effect, but other than that, like most of the time it's not going to be worth it. Like you're paying 6, so like generally you have to choose something with at least 6 power, and then most things above 6 power are 6, 7, 8 costs, so you're maybe cheating out 1, 2 resources at most generally. I don't see it, but maybe there's a way to break this. But as its current moment, I feel like it's not fantastic. Echo is a green-white heroism. Why did I say green-white hero? It's a green heroism card. A Republic clone trooper, 2 cost 2/2. Coordinate. This gets +2/+2. This is the first coordinate ability that I don't actually hate, because like you don't mind drawing this later into the game. Because I feel like you're not going to want to play it on turn 1, actually. Like, it's almost like not a 2 cost. I was just talking about if Coordinate becomes big, that U-Wing's going to pop back up. And if you don't watch my market watches, that is, you should definitely pick up your U-Wings, because this kind of screams U-Wing reinforcement, right? Like, imagine you U-Wing for this. It's unique, I guess. This and another 2 and a 3, and it's immediately online. So you have like a +4 or a 4/4, and then another 2-drop and a 3-drop of whatever sense. Like, I feel like U-Wing's gonna go nuts in these coordinate style decks. But as a 2-drop, it sucks. As a 2-drop with extra stuff, it's not bad. Moving on though, we got Republic Tactical Officer. 2 cost, green-white, 1/4. When played, you may attack with a Republic unit. It gets +2/+0 for this attack. Okay, so this is Fleet Lieutenant, but on a different body. I feel like part of the good stuff about Fleet Lieutenant was the 3/3 body, but I don't know. And maybe in Republic aggro, this we'll see some play. Moving on, we got Shakti. This one is a couple days old, but I missed it again. Each friendly token unit gets +1/+0 on attack. Create a clone trooper token. The stat line's just so bad. Like, you can play Boba Fett for 3 mana and it's a 3/5. Say they play a naked, like, just talking into Boba specifically, like say they play a naked Shakti on 4, like not protected, you just run a 4-lom into it and then their whole turn's over. In Sabine, you can just ECL out your K2. Like, I feel like the stat line on this is so bad that it can't really be justified in my mind. I don't know. I like the card art, though. It looks good. But I don't think the card's great. But who knows. Moving on, though. We've got Pelta Supply Frygate, a 5-cost green-white ship with coordinate. When played, create a clone trooper token. I mean, if you have coordinate, it's giving you 5/8 worth of stats, so that's kind of good, but I don't know. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, it slowly answers fire spray, I guess, right? Like, that's how I judge most big spaceships nowadays, honestly, which is sad, but the fact that it, you know, after 2 turns you could kill a fire spray with it isn't bad, and it gives you a body. I mean, you gotta have 2 others to get a body, but who knows? It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. But moving on, though, you got Batch Brothers, a Republic clone trooper, red white, 2/1. When played, create a clone trooper token. So it's basically saying 3 cost 4/3, but in split bodies. I don't like that. For coordinate, I guess it gives you 2 bodies, which is fine. But like realistically, if you're asking me would I rather have a 4/3 or a 2/1 and a 2/2, it's always gonna be the 4/3, I think. Like I said, unless you're trying to exploit / coordinate. Because say they have like Sabine unit and they just attack and then that ability clears this, or say they have something with like 4 attack, they can technically attack 1 and leave the other one if they wanted, or you'd have to run both. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is specifically for those styles of decks, and it'll probably see play in those, but as a standalone card, it's kind of meh. We got Low Altitude Gunship, a 6 cost 6/5 ground spaceship, which is weird. But it's got Overwhelm, and when played, choose an enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it for each friendly Republic unit. So basically this is Akbar for Republic, but it costs 6. It has Overwhelm. The only nice thing is it doesn't specify which arena, so you can technically use this to hit spaceships, which is kind of a nice, you know, thing. I don't mind this. I actually think if like there is a Republic deck, this will probably see some action, just because you could technically ping something off, right? And then if it sticks around, you can Overwhelm. 6/5 isn't a bad stat line. It's definitely not like on curve, right? But it's not horrible for what it is. I don't know. It's debatable. We're just gonna move on. We got Aura Sing. I know this one's old too. It was kind of in the missed list, but it's a 7 cost or just pure red. It is a 7/6 with Overwhelm, and when an enemy ground unit attacks your base, ready this unit. I don't think this card's any good, just because realistically, the only time, say you play this on 7, the only time they're going to not kill it is if they're going to kill you regardless. And if they are like in a place where they don't want you to just keep reading this, it basically just has Sentinel, right? Like, you'll walk into it willingly rather than hitting base for 2 and then they re-ready this and run you over. Like, you just run your 2 damage into it. Like, it's basically a pseudo Sentinel, but with 6 health. So I just feel like it's not great. Like, most 7 cost cards in this game are really good. Like, if you're gonna ask, like, would I ever rather have this or Darth Vader, Maul, Luke, a U-Wing, etc., like, it's never gonna be this. So I don't think it's great. Last but not least, though, we got Republic Commando, a 3 cost white 2/5 with coordinate Saboteur. Seems kind of lackluster, but I don't know. 2/5's an okay stat line, right? If they would have made it a 3/5 with coordinate Saboteur, it would have been super playable. But at 2/5, like, 2 attacks not great, right? Like, what are you playing this to clear, I guess? But who knows? But that's it. I will keep probably doing these when there's more cards to review. I think I said in my last one, I'll try and do it when there's like at least probably 5 or 6, but who knows? Maybe I'll jam one more. I haven't really decided yet. I just want to keep up because last set, I basically just waited until the very end and then did mass reviews, and it was more taxing than anything. So I'm just gonna keep up on it. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions on some of these cards. If you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, whatever it may be. What you're most looking forward to, anything really. But that's it for me. Make sure to drop a thumbs up on the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.